Welcome. In front of me is the Honor 9X Pro, and today I'll show you how to go through the setup process of this device. So once you boot it up for the first time, you'll be presented with a welcome screen, as you can see right over here. And from here you want to select your language. Now if you're planning to insert your SIM card throughout the setup, then do it right before you actually set up a language, because once you choose your language and then insert a SIM card, it will mean literally nothing, because the device will decide to go like, I'm going to change the language to the language of the SIM card. So yeah, if you want to avoid that, just first insert the SIM card and then change the language to avoid that stupidity here. So yeah, I'm not going to be inserting a SIM card at all throughout the setup, so I'm just going to select language right now and click on get started. Select your region, so obviously choose your region and tap on next. Terms of use, obviously we need to agree to the end user license agreement, so yeah, just check that on if you are really interested in reading what you're actually agreeing to. Here you go, here's the literal bible of information that you're agreeing to. So from there tap on next, otherwise you cannot really proceed further with the setup. Now next we have the insert SIM card, which like I said, I'm gonna skip. And on the next page we have connect to network. So from here you could connect to some kind of Wi-Fi if you have one that you can actually connect to near you. If you don't, then don't worry, you can simply skip it. By skipping it, you will miss out. The only thing that you will miss out is the ability to log into your Google account throughout the setup, which will still be accessible later on. Or actually, I don't think this device actually has a Google account, so scratch that actually. But yeah, from here, next page, device protection. So here we can set up a fingerprint and also PIN pattern or password. Now, if you want to go with a fingerprint, you will have to actually set up a PIN pattern or password. But if you want to set up only the screen lock, then you are not required to set up a fingerprint. That is so if something happens to your finger, let's say you cut it, if you would cut it, then, well, you can't really unlock the device. That's why you also have a physical way of unlocking the device. Now I'm gonna go with a pattern here. So once you set up or set the lock screen right there, it automatically opts into a 6-digit PIN, but you can change unlocking method right here by tapping on this and choosing either a 4-digit PIN, custom PIN, pattern, or password. Now I'm gonna go with a pattern. From there, simply draw the pattern, redraw it once more, tap on done, and it's going to be automatically set. And then automatically it also prompts you to set a fingerprint, but I'm going to skip it. Now you could set up a fingerprint if you really wanted to anyway. Now next we have enhanced services, so you can obviously read what you would be agreeing to here, and you have either the option to enable all services or set up enhanced services, which will give you the option to actually check on or off whatever you want or don't want. So no thanks would be to basically set up without actually agreeing to any of those. Then I have a user experience improvement programs. Now this is basically what usually would be in Google, what was it? Basically where the device gathers data on how you use the device itself, and then shares it with, in this case, Huawei or Honor. They're basically the same company, so they can quotation mark improve the experience of the device. Now you could tap on join or tap on later to not allow it. Then Huawei location services. This is just for things like, as an example, maps. Now, normally I would say Google Maps, but obviously, if this device doesn't come with Google services, Google Maps is not one of those. But they do have some kind of alternative to it anyway. So this basically will use the localization to give an application your location, so it can give you, for instance, a accurate route to your destination if you're using things like maps for navigation. Now it will also be used for smart home appliances. As an example, one of the most ridiculous ones that I can think about is from Xiaomi in this case, where they have a lot of smart home appliances, things like thermometers that require your location. Why a thermometer requires location? I don't know, but it does. So From here you could set it up to be later if you don't want to have location enabled, or you could enable it and this will basically just turn on location by default. Now keep in mind, this can later on be changed anyway by just pulling down the notification panel and turning on location on or off depending on if you need it or not. Then you have keep your software up to date, so you can update manually or enable auto update, which basically will update overnight. If you go with the update manually, you will be required to go to the settings and then look for Android updates from there and then install them. Now next page we have data import. So here, if you want, you could import your old device. So if you have one, all you need to do is either go to follow one of those options here. So you have Android device, iPhone or iPad, and Huawei Cloud Backup. Now Huawei Cloud Backup will be one of those that is only limited to Huawei and Honor devices. So on your Honor or Huawei device you can basically create a cloud backup, kind of like Google Backup. It's also on the cloud, but this is strictly for this company. And from here all you need to do is basically select it, log into your account, and it should show you your backups. Now if you're going with Android or iPhone, I believe will be required to use some kind of application, third-party application, that they will specify what you need to download. So I'm gonna go next to basically set it up as new, and this will finish up the setup of the device. And that is basically how you'd go with the setup. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.